Yo, real quick, before we get started, I just want to say, please don't be toxic or hateful, okay? You are more than welcome to have your opinion of which Zelda game is the best or your favorite. I'm simply just watching a dope video. I thought it was interesting. I came across it on stream. So big shout out to Infamous Zelda. You should go check them out, subscribe, give them a thumbs up. This video is pretty awesome. We're going to watch it together, okay? Thank you. That's all I ask. And subscribe to me too if, you like it. Why Twilight Princess is the best Legend of Zelda game ever. Let's check it out.
A century after the child ending of Ocarina of Time, the Temple of Time doors open once more to a new adventure. A Zelda adventure that would take all that we love from previous games and bring them all together to make the most perfect Zelda experience to date. Twilight Princess first appeared on the Nintendo Wii and GameCube in 2006.
Oh, I remember this. Okay, so look, when the Wii came out, I didn't get it right away, but I got it a little bit after. My birthday is October 1st, so I got it around my birthday. And I wanted this game, but GameStop was sold out. And we had two GameStops in my city. One of them's definitely gone because of COVID, but they were both sold out of this game for the Wii. So I got a Wii, but I got the GameCube version of this game.
And was met with very mixed reviews.
I think Majora's Mask is probably my favorite. I think Wind Waker. Wind Waker's too good. I don't know. It's between those two. And then Ocarina of Time's probably third.
Wind Waker.
The Minish Cap's really good on Game Boy Advance.
More and more fans and casual players started to acknowledge and appreciate the art and genius of Twilight Princess, especially after the HD remake for the Wii U. The resolution upgrade from 480p to 1080p really helped to bring Twilight Princess to life. The textures and characters now being in full HD makes Twilight Princess even more pleasing to the eye.
And Skyward
This allows us to see the world of Hyrule the way Nintendo intended us to see it, and oh my, is it gorgeous.
Dude, if somebody buys me Skyward Sword for the Switch, I'll play it on stream. I never even played Skyward Sword at all. And now that it's remastered on the Switch, I would play it.
It's nowhere near as impressive as, say, Breath of the Wild, mind you, but for a game originally made for the GameCube, Nintendo did a fantastic job. But although the HD resolution was a welcoming change, it wasn't the reason for the success Twilight Princess had over the years. Twilight Princess was already a 10 out of 10 game way back when it was on the GameCube and the Wii. Twilight Princess HD just helped to boost the game to where it is today. So the question still remains, why is Twilight Princess the best Zelda game to date? Well,
He's really gonna have to blow me out of the water with this one. Pause. To say that Twilight Princess is the best Legend of Zelda game ever, that's a statement. He's got 10 minutes to come with some heat here.
Find out, shall we?
Let's find out, baby.
There is no denying the fact that most people class Ocarina of Time as the best, most perfectly rounded Zelda game there is.
It's so good.
And while it's very hard to disagree with that, I disagree. Now don't get me wrong, I hold Ocarina of Time to the highest regard. I have very fond memories with this game and I love it dearly, and it would always be in my top 5 Zelda games of all time. But the truth is, it's just not the best anymore. The Wind Waker, Twilight Princess and Breath of the Wild are all more polished games than Ocarina of Time. Comparing Ocarina of Time to Twilight Princess is very easy because they are very similar games, but I don't think it's fair to compare any Zelda game to Breath of the Wild.
I think that's a really fair point because Breath of the Wild is so different, right? It's open world. It feels like a Zelda game because of the characters and you know, things like that, but just the way that it plays is so different. It doesn't feel like a traditional Zelda game.
Getting back on topic on what exactly makes Twilight Princess the best Zelda game. The title of the game immediately speaks volumes, leaving us to question what the meaning is or who is the Twilight Princess. Twilight Princess is Link's companion Midna's game of origin. Twilight Princess reveals her backstory as being the next in line to rule the Twilight Realm, making her the eponymous Twilight Princess. Midna is by far the best character introduced to the franchise. I personally love Midna more than any other main or side character in the entire series, and she is also highly useful. She possesses abilities unlike any other companion. She can allow players to teleport across the vast world of Hyrule, unlike in some other Zelda games where that ability is relegated to playing a certain song.
Wait, so she can just teleport you herself? I didn't know that. I actually never beat this game. I had it, but I never beat it. I really don't remember too much about it, but that's kind of crazy. she can teleport you, and she's like actually not annoying, so she's actually cool. I think that's pretty sick. I remember Link being the wolf in this one. I forgot so much about this game.
Also help Link turn into his wolf form at will. This makes him faster than usual, meaning players don't have to rely on Epona. Being the most useful companion in the series, she is also the most compelling.
Most compelling?
Twilight Princess is based around the Twilight Realm and the Twilight people, with Link as our main antagonist trying to prevent the spread of Twilight engulfing Hyrule. The best storytelling and gripping cutscenes in the franchise. A perfect example of this would be the moment in which Zant, the evil villain who usurped the throne from Midna, allows Midna to be exposed to a large volume of light, which leaves her in a fragile, weakened state. Midna is a Twilight being, and being light, which leaves her in a fragile,
why she look like she's getting hit like with a Dragon Ball Z move right here? Just getting blown away.
State. Midna is a Twilight being, and being directly exposed to such light is almost a death sentence. Link is able to take her to see Princess Zelda, who appears to lend her light. This moment in the game is ever more dramatic, with the music Nintendo chose to use. Midna's Lament is a perfectly balanced track that helps bring tension, anxiety, and sadness to the moment. With Link stuck in wolf form and Midna lying helplessly on his back, only hearing the heavy breathing from Midna and the barking from Wolf Link as he makes a prime example of just how good the story is in Twilight Princess. I would consider the dungeons in Twilight Princess to be the best in the series in terms of the most likeable and enjoyable in any one game.
That's a statement!
Twilight Princess boasts a whopping 9 dungeons. Out of the 9 dungeons in the game, there is only one I don't enjoy playing.
Yeah, but can you find the 10th one though? Chat, that's what I need to know. If you're truly based, I feel like you should be able to find the 10th dungeon.
City in the Sky. Although a fantastically complex and well-designed dungeon, I do feel it lacks replayability due to it being so complex and a lot of waiting around. I would compare this to the water dungeon in Ocarina of Time, or the Tower of Gods in the Wind Waker. Although these entries are very good, they just don't compare with some of the other greats in the series. Snow Peak Ruins and Arbiter's Grounds are 2 perfect examples on how Zelda dungeons should be created.
What was that? Who is this? What is that guy? That's like a baboon? It's like a gremlin. Have you seen that movie Gremlins? With Gizmo?
I do believe the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time is the best forest-themed dungeon from any Zelda title, and is considered one of the best dungeons of all time in Zelda. Dungeon. But I do personally find Twilight Princess version to be less confusing, but more fun.
What if God saved you and you just said good looks? I think it'd be pretty Sigma. That's big God just helping you out, right?
Majora's Mask easily has the best water dungeon than any other Zelda game, but because there are only
Majora's
4 main
Mask!
dungeons and only 2 that are great, Twilight Princess definitely outranks all 4 dungeons with Snow Peak alone, although I do feel Stone Tower is pretty close to Snow Peak.
Is Snow Peak that good?
Temple of Time and Palace of Twilight were very enjoyable dungeons, but by far not the best in the franchise. The Palace of Twilight I enjoyed a lot more than the Temple of Time, mainly because we got to experience what it was like to be part of the Twilight race, and finally get the showdown with Zant after a long-awaited chase.
They're a whole group? I think that's cool.
The design of the Twilight Realm was also very interesting, and shows just how beautiful even the dullest designs and colours can look. Hyrule Castle is the last dungeon of the adventure, and although it was never needed, it's still a welcoming addition to the game. The Cave of Ordeals and exclusive Cave of Shadows in Twilight Princess HD are great challenging trials that act as a sort of mini dungeon and are seriously no joke. Kind of like the Savage Labyrinth in the Wind Waker, these trials will test your skills and...
Did y'all like the graphics of Wind Waker? Because I love it. It's actually one of my favorite art styles for video games. Obviously, Wind Waker HD just looks better because it's high definition, but like, it's just vibrant and colorful. I love it so much. I think it's incredible.
So with a better story, overall better dungeons, and the best companion ever brought to Hyrule, what else does Twilight Princess hold to make the game so great?
Hey.
With well over 50 different locations,
boy,
such as
towns,
hog. Regions and realms, with over 50 different areas in the game.
Is Epona in this game? Because that's my girl. Yeah, Epona's in it. Alright, cool. You can rename Epona.
Before Breath of the Wild came along, I think everyone took Twilight Princess for granted, moaning it wasn't as big as the Wind Waker,
That's fair.
or its dungeons weren't as good as Ocarina, or it failed to serve as a new experience like Majora's Mask. Now I read something a long time ago that said the following: Twilight Princess is the best 3D Zelda game and also the least essential. It provides the best execution of the series' core gameplay while also failing to significantly change or improve the series in a meaningful way.
I think that this game, it was on GameCube and Wii, right? But I believe it wasn't fully optimized for the Wii like how Skyward Sword was, because this game worked on the GameCube. So it's kind of like Breath of the Wild, how it was on Wii U and Switch, except I feel like Breath of the Wild was literally made for the Switch, and then they just threw it on Wii U because they knew they were going to sell out of Switches. It was a GameCube game that they put on the Switch, but it was right at that in-between when it's like people weren't buying GameCubes anymore, so you had to already have one. Unless you did what I did and got a Wii and got the GameCube version of the game. So I could see how a lot of people would overlook it. They mirrored the Wii version because Link was a lefty. Oh, I remember hearing about that actually. Yeah, because I know Link is left-handed. That's crazy. So they just mirrored the whole game instead of just saying that like Link was ambidextrous. I think that's pretty based. I want to play it again.
And I feel this is so far from the truth. While it certainly is the best 3D Zelda game and provides the best execution of the series,
boy has the jury.
saying it fails to significantly change or improve the series in a meaningful way is a harsh reality of someone who either doesn't play Zelda games or has an unexplained hatred for Twilight Princess. Yes, Nintendo played it safe with Twilight Princess. They took inspiration from Ocarina of Time. But to be able to copy the best game of all time and change the game so much to an extent that it actually improves everything is impressive, and saying Twilight Princess fails to improve the series in a meaningful way is a ridiculous statement to make. Midna and Wolf Link combined are compelling enough that
Yeah, because there's a lot of people out there that say Ocarina of Time is the GOAT. Like, of games. Like, it's the GOAT video game, not just in Zelda.
they have already changed the series in a meaningful way. So much so that everyone would love to see Midna return. Even Wolf Link can feature in Breath of the Wild if you have the amiibo.
But was Midna in Hyrule Warriors?
Twilight Princess is not the same old Zelda with a fresh coat of paint. The characters, the dungeons, the music, the dark setting, the bosses and dungeon items, and even the 2-hour intro are the best we've seen.
You don't think Midna was there?
Since Ocarina of Time captured our hearts. And there is so much more to this game. So many tiny little details that still impress me today.
I love the Zoras.
And
They're
with a
sick
possible
to me.
Twilight Princess HD port coming to the
And
Switch
I just love
soon,
water shit.
It's
Oh
finally
yeah.
your time
Look
to
at that
consider playing
dive.
the best linear Zelda experience in the series. So when Twilight Princess HD is out for the Switch, get online and order your copy.
Wait, this game came out on the Switch? Is it out yet? How old is this video? Is this video new? March 29th. Is this game out on the Switch? I thought they remastered Skyward Sword. Was it Twilight Princess? Oh.
If you enjoyed, then leave a like, and why not consider
That was a good video.
subscribing to
I
the
will leave a
channel
like.
for
Infamous Zelda, huh? How does this guy not have more views and more subs? Kind of crazy. Yeah. If you like this video, go subscribe to him. Check him out.